folks, I'm excited to tell you about my new sponsor, Black Bull Markets. They are based here in New Zealand and they're a New Zealand regulated broker who offers up to 500 to 1 leverage and over 26,000 tradable instruments. You can trade Forex, shares, commodities, indices, crypto, and they're an award-winning brokerage firm here in Asia Pacific with dedicated 24/7 client support and no minimum deposit. To trade with Black Bull Markets today, click the link in the description below or in the card above.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. Hello, hello, hello. Good Monday. Monday's happening. Interesting day already. We've been seeing a classic technical market happening right here on the charts. I just need to present my screen quickly. And we're going to have a look at while I'm doing this, we are going to have a look at what the whole market's saying right now. What is invest.com saying? Let's have a look. And while that happens, put on some music. Jam a little. There we go. Who's in the comments? Hello. Welcome back. What's up, Don? Here we go. Thank you so much for saying hello. Appreciate it. All right, so today and yesterday, there's basically no news for America, so it's no impact, little to no impact on the news sector. Just everyone's still reeling from the whole bank chaos, and yeah, that's kind of it. I've been kind of tracking the market's kind of been doing a little bit, and I'm just gonna make this smaller to keep the chat up, because I want the chat and see this chat. Missed out by GJ this morning because I woke up too late. That's okay. It happens. I know where your buy was, by the way. So let's have a look at the chart quickly. Your buy. Let's reset this, so it's all new. Day, GBP. Minutes. At the 1 hour, I want that, the 5 minutes. So your buy was gonna happen at around this time over here, right? As everything snuck those lows, right there, those equal lows over there, bang, the buy was here. This section of price right here. That was your buy. On Euro, it presented actually a little bit cleaner. So let me just pull that into the 5 minutes. On Euro, it was a little bit cleaner. So you actually saw that price, it's been coming down all day. There was a beautiful section of price earlier. It's over here. As price is going up over here, there was a big displacement in Asia. This whole leg over here. Oh, that would be considered to be your breaker over there, and then it came hit lower. And as soon as the whole price shifted from up here, you go into the 1 minute right there. As soon as you formed this little section right here, that snap out, then that top side there, as that got broken, to the buy side. That then became your resistance. Now we're just going up. So anything after that was a buy. Now what I'm looking at possibly is a short back down to the new week opening gap, which is right here. So I'm going to actually just mark that in quickly. Come into that. So we have on the charts. I'm just looking at what's happening. So on the charts right now, we have done the same thing in reverse, and it looks like price has a potential to seek sell side. Okay. So let's just drag this out. Open. There. That's a new week opening gap. Every single white thing I have in here is the new week opening gap. So it's quite overlaid right now. There's a lot of liquidity racing in this area right here. Lock that in. Bang. Weekly opening gap. Draw it to the side, and then we put it into a weekly. There we go. Do you think that there's a buy on GU? Let me just scale out and go to a different time frame. I was expecting price to come to GU. There's equal highs up here that I've noted before. We've just gone to the consequent encroachment to the daily. So going to the day, we look over here, and the higher time frame objective was hit over here on the daily. Your next higher time frame objective was over here. That's been taken out. So if price decides it wants to seek out this buy side liquidity, then we'll be in for a wild ride. Now those lows. Now after it takes, it's going to seek opposite. So it's gone up, it's come down, now it's going up. Big volume imbalance right in here. So that's like a big pull on price daily. And you have beautiful equal highs up here that need to be rated. Like these need to be snapped, in my opinion. All right, now, for now, if you're trading a sell idea, it's interesting, because where you are right now currently is you're sitting above the medium point of that. Taking this high over here. Yep, that was taken there. Now we're just going inching higher. So every price up obviously needs to be met with the price with a leg down. It's a two-way market all the time. So price goes up and it has to retrace back down. Goes up, up, down, up, down, up, down all the time. Now we go up. We've taken out these lows over here. So we've taken all of that and we're going higher. Let's actually see what US 500 is doing. Oh, US 500 is so clean. I was monitoring this on my phone actually. So today, right there, that was a perfect breaker, and this hit 50% of the breaker beautifully. Like this is a trade in of itself. Taking that over there, putting that right there, and then going higher. I mean, where are we right now? Yeah, that would have been a good 10R, but we're not in that trade. And yeah, right now on, so again, I was referencing GBP. It looks like it's building up a whole bunch of liquidity. It's just taken out highs, and there's equal highs just over here that have been set. Okay, these relative equal highs over here, 840. Let's pull that a little bit higher. This is your, in the short term, this is your buy side. And then what we're doing right now, we're waiting to see what 930 presents to us. So for now, that sell side. Looking at the correlation between the two pairs, and where we are in price between Euro and GBP. So I'm just going to 15 minutes. A lot of liquidity on the sell side that needs to be taken, just like over here. Well, no, that's been sniped. Euro. A beautiful level right here. In sell side. 5 minutes. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful level. It's not perfectly equal, but there's a lot of equalness. Why it's important is because this is considered what's considered to be the Asia range. From 7 o'clock, which is over here, right over here, okay, until midnight, which is over here. Asia, that's the Asia range. Now, because we haven't come and taken the Asia lows yet, normally they take the Asia high, and then in London, which is, as you see right here, we have the London over here, and then London comes and comes very, very close to the Asia lows, but it doesn't quite hit it, and then goes up again. And then we have a setting on the larger time frame of major sell side. I'm watching Euro actually just take a local high with a lot of impetus. Let's see what they want to do here. What's US 500 doing? It's gone up, it's come down, it's currently going up. Remove all this nonsense. Yo. Okay, hey, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? A beautiful level sell side, and there's also a sell side underneath here that hasn't been taken from last week. That's been set today. And yeah, so there's this huge narrative right now. Let's look at a higher time frame. We've just hit a higher time frame objective, so let's go into the daily and see what that higher time frame is. Right now, that's the buy side from previous. I actually shift that now, just like GBP. I can shift it. Let me unlock it. And up to the next buy side, which is over here. It's still quite a relevant point though, in price, as we've taken this, because if you're thinking about this, there's a whole bunch of liquidity down here, and it's a whole, and we're still seeking this gap over here. But I do think that right now, as you can see, we have the range that's open, this weekly opening gap. There's a lot of liquidity resting in this area. So I'm expecting this week to be kind of a bit of a choppy chop range kind of thing in a way. I didn't show my face, I'm so sorry. Alright, there it is. There's my face. And yeah, we have on the daily, we have this. There's a wick over here as well, so that is a consequent encroachment right there, and there's consequent encroachment above that as well. So of that large wick. So if we're aiming buy side, we're going to wait for a few things, right? First thing is these, as you can see here, that's a daily opening gap right there, that price, that daily opening. Why is that important? These two bodies over here, these candles, right? If I draw those two bodies back in time, what do we have? We have, it's actually kind of perfect, so that the high of that, I mean the close of that day, the open of that day, we have the close of that day, the open of that day, the next day close, the next day open, and it goes through all that whole range and then goes down. Yeah, that's pretty important. That's why that's this daily end dog over here. It's a very important level to have on your charts. Hello, crypto trade. How's the crypto market going right now? It's kind of a bit beastly at the moment. Start and make that the is that kind of 50%? Oh, I was off by a little bit. Okay, so those are 3 important levels for this week. Looking at what price is doing right now is it's consolidating. It's kind of jamming up and down. Today I'm gonna be a little bit more active in my time zone because I just need to start executing trades. Good gold's doing. Oh, I love looking at gold because I was back testing it and it's very, very similar. UJ, I don't trade the Japanese yen. I consider it to be an exotic an exotic article. Where is this? $6.50. Yeah, there's the break. 6.50. That is your new day, new week opening gap on gold. That's Sunday, yes. Gold's come all the way through, done a beautiful pattern right here. It's absolutely stunning. See what it did over here? It came over here, and then it went up, down, tested, came down. Then this candle right here, this one, the blue candle right there, that one right there, that's your breaker. And that came in beautiful and just started hammering away. And then now it came up, came down, came up, came down, came down, and now it's going down or up. I have the opinion that it is going down. Let's see what we're doing on dollar today. So again, all of this stacked, daily open, weekly opens, it's all just chilling over here. I'm gonna have to start cleaning them up. I've got too many daily and weekly opens on my chart now. So we have the open of the close of this candle, open of this candle, that candle right there. That right there is a new week opening gap. And weekly opening gap. Move that straight into inwards. And it looks to me like dollar needs to go and revisit buy side. There's equal highs right there. That's stunning. Right, they're relatively equal, not perfectly equal. Alright, and we have right now we're sitting on the 830, which is right here. 910, 915. That there is your current sell side. And then looking up here, these equal highs. Look at that, perfect. 15, 55. That is your buy side. I'm just checking. I'm checking price on the broker, and I wouldn't say it's rejecting right now, what it looks to me like it's doing is it's engineering liquidity in one direction so that it can snap it and then go into the other direction. I'm forever watching the 1 minute chart. What's up, alternate strings? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back. So yeah, for me, we've already taken a big level in a way. We come all the way down and we've taken the sell side over here, okay, on DXY. Now, in so doing, we will need to, after taking a major level, we'll need to revisit a major level on the buy side. So as you can see last week, the major level was down here. That got taken over here, and then it came up and then closed. We opened and then started setting a new range of liquidity, and you have that. So after that one was taken over here, and then came up, filled in this range. That one was taken over there, and then came up, filled in this range. Now we've currently set a different path right here to go up, and then it's filling in the range right now to come here, and it's shifted downwards. So now we're looking at this being our next like break point in a way, and this break point is going to daily. On the daily, where's my high time frame? It's taken beautifully. I can now remove that. We don't need that anymore. Previous day, that day was taken. Nice. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Confirm that fractal. And this fractal, if this breaks down now, this is a confirming fractal for a lower price on DXY. As in, if it holds underneath this low over here, then possibly tomorrow we could get a, if that happens, possibly tomorrow, if it holds underneath here, then we're going to go lower. The reverse on the other hand, because on the higher time frame right now, so let me just remove this, that, this. If you see right here, we have a volume imbalance in here, we have a fair value gap right in here, and this revisits the high of the day on DXY would need to be revisited. Just right there. That's why there's equal highs that put in. It's amazing. That fair value gap on the lower time frame, like that level right there, it's stunning. I love it. Yes, turbo, what? Turbonostics. Turbonostics. My mans. Love it. Yeah, so that is my analysis right now on DXY. It's very, very good to do these things on DXY because as you wait for price to do the thing you want it to do, we're in time. We still got time. So you see, and right now I'm setting the sell side liquidity lower because it encompasses the whole of this time period. May 30, over here, somewhere. Yeah, here. To goes up, the high in that point, that's the range, and we're busy setting right now the sell side in that range as it's breaking down. That beautiful little end dog over here. I'm thinking price is definitely going to go into that. Now, it's reaching for these equals right here. It's going to come here and it's going to do something. It might come up to here. It might go for. It might just decide that it's going to have a buy day. You know what I'm saying? No worries at all, my man. No worries at all. Hello, Fading. Can I analyze gold? Yes, I can. Gold is very, very similar to DXY. So look at the price on DXY and look at the structure as well. It's actually not. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. So this is gold right now. Right, on the 1 minute. Obviously scaling out, you can see everything. There's a whole bunch of equal lows on the sell side. My opinion from Friday, last week, was that we were going to see sells. So today, what's interesting is that price has come in, it's done its business, and it's taken out all of the buy side. So if I go to the daily, you'll see it very, very clearly. It's taken out this recent buy side liquidity. Okay, right there. Taken it out beautifully. From here, there's only a few things, because gold can be, in my back testing, can be a little bit volatile. It can either decide that it's going to explode and take these highs. You can see because they're quite equal here as well, on this high and this high. So take those highs, or from the level that it is right now, it's going to start seeking sell side, because you have down here. This is a daily time frame, so this is like drawn out in time. Why would I want that? Because there's a whole bunch of liquidity here that has been built up beautifully. You have, yeah, I've already drawn it. So, and remove this. Pull the high time frame out. Here we go. So the last time I did my tracking was there when I was testing. There's a lot of sell side down here that needs to be tested. We have fair value gaps all the way down to the leg, and we have ultimate sell side down at the bottom. The only two buy sides that I see right now are the one that we've just taken and the one above here. But that one that we've just taken right now is actually quite relevant, because we might see price head down. Like this, previous daily high, and so again, price has also just taken the previous daily high and the buy side liquidity. Now where might we go after? And last week we took this buy side liquidity over here. So there's like multiple things going on in gold, where multiple forms of buy side have been taken, and it's going to lead to a retrace. Right now on DXY, it is 24, 26, 28. Up in time. Volume balance has come seen to. Beautiful. Something interesting in price happening as well. Is that Professor P? The playlist is basically the free. It's the audio YouTube audio library, so it's all free. If you're a creator on YouTube, you can literally just go in there and type up whatever genre of music you want, and then it'll pop in. Oh dang, let's all see what the master's to say. Yes, saying the 835, 1 minute candle. Draw that right hand side of your chart. Wow. Reverting up over here. That's a target. Oh, this is shifting. See, I hit this breaker at the buy side in the previous day, and then we set the breaker now, and now it's going up. I love it. Trend lines. I can see trend lines, but I don't see it or trade it like how people traditionally do it. I do it in a different way. I see trade lines as liquidity, as targets. So for example, here's a nice little trend line. Alright. But how do you trust what, like, the trend line in a way? It goes down, it breaks, it retests, it carries on going down. Yes, you could have possibly done a whatever trade there. From Thursday, the weekly opening, we're within the weekly opening range. Yes. What we're doing here. Oh, today Euro has actually been pretty clean. Like, look at price. Look how beautiful that is. Beautiful. Bang. Goes up. Sets perfect equal range right here. Look at this. It's like perfect in highs over here. Look how equal that is. It goes up, it comes right back down for it, and then goes to that fair value gap and continues going up. Same thing here. This is IEFD. So it creates buy price. It's not going to see this until later. That for me would be a target. But I'm waiting for the little switch to happen. Okay. Now 8:30's happened. We've just taken it. It's time. I haven't set this chart. Let me set it quick. This is the low. 8:30 low. Sell side. Yeah. And right up here, 25, 30. This is buy side. We've just taken buy side. Buy side was just taken, and you see the kind of reaction that we're getting in that candle. And just watch that candle. Watch how it plays around. So that price right there that I just had, where it came up and was pushed down. Now that is an indication that people are willing to sell at this price on a large scale. Because when they're trading here, they're trading with like billions of dollars. That's why nothing that we do will ever impact the chart in any way. Switch this around. Oh no, I've got the wrong one on. I need to get the You get the right broker. That's what I need to do. Yeah, now all we're watching for now is we're watching and seeing what price is doing. AUD, let me check. I've already taken buy side. Now we're just waiting for all we're waiting for now is a confirmation that it wants to go lower, in my opinion, to then go for sell side. There's another sell idea. Very interesting. Let me just check AUD quickly. I don't have AUD on here. So for me right now, I'm literally looking at taking higher percentage trades. Let's see where we are. Let's do that. Up into the hour. We're in the hourly. Up there, the hourly's gone up. Here's the opening price. So I have to just mark out my chart quickly. There we go. We've just respected there's a little fair value gap just inside of here. I'm not fair value, order block, imbalance right in there. That they want to do. It's cheeky people. Again, I'm looking for sales today. How's gold acting right now? AUD, my analysis is because gold's going up, I assume at the moment, then Australian dollar's going to follow. Australian dollar and gold are actually correlated. Stronger than the GBP. That's equal low down here. It's perfect. See this equal low on GBP? That's the same time as the sell side in euro. So I'm drawing trend lines there, but it's not a trend line, it's this price to the price just underneath it on the highs. That's what I do. So it's just checking the strength, the rates of strength on the currency itself. Dollar's pushing lower. Definitely it's pushing lower. We have 830 over here, which means that was the local low set in, and it's just been broken. Buy side, those equal highs, definite target. After taking big buy side, I'm definitely looking for a turnaround in dollar to go higher, to seek the weekly opening over here and up here. But again, it could be the same as it was last week, where we were waiting all morning for a shift to happen. So it could be here a while. I've literally got my finger here, waiting to push sell on my broker. So while I look at that and look at this, I can actually go check the Australian. Yeah, same thing as gold. Gold's just gone up on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days straight, right? AUD's gone up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 has gone up in the same 9 days. So if you're looking for a nice run, if you're looking for a beautiful way of confidence, the reason why gold and AUD trade relatively similar is because they Australia produces a lot of gold, the same as South Africa actually, like a gold mining country. And so if they're able to sell their gold for more, then their currency goes up. The same whenever coal goes up, look at what happens to Australian dollar. Coal and gold. You're looking at the mining sector in Australia. $87, $313. It's 500. How are we doing here? So gold, and I don't know what the symbol is for coal, but we always get updates on coal every day. Like, oh, price of coal has gone lower. It's not necessarily a good thing for Australia. But I'm going down into the 5 minutes. Like, this is a beautiful place right now. It's nearing a beautiful, beautiful place in price. If you're looking for lower prices, I don't know, because I don't trade it as much. If you're looking for lower prices, from here, up, down, that means that was your unmitigated breaker right there. Breaker, we've just taken the breaker. You're also working off of an order block over here in the miners. So let's just pull that down into our bearish order block. That's a bearish order block. Until that gets, if this buy side gets broken, then that bearish order block is not valid. But with all of this built up now today, all of that over there, all of those candles, each and every single one. Zoom in the price, I'll show you. Every single one of these candles, all right, has an object that was taken over here. The fair value gap right in there. There's a tiny fair value gap down here on the sell side. Then we have fair value gap going higher, it's following. That's DXY, so it's getting choppy out in here. Okay, now DXY has just come to the end of the new day opening. Sorry, this is not a new day opening gap. This is actually previous volume imbalance, as you can see on the high time frame there. If I put in the end dog as well, it's the same thing basically. That volume imbalance is basically a new day opening gap back here, and then that's just being traded to right now after taking sell side. And we're going to euro and we see, has it come up here yet? Nope. But it's going to start getting choppy. Yeah, I agree. It is a short, but not right now. So right now, we're still waiting. Basically what we're waiting for is as I explained before, you have all this red leg over here, and then so all the red candles. Then we have the next red candle over here. Okay, this section over here, and we have these blue candles. Now, as soon as go back down here, blue candles, this red candle gets set. Now the bodies don't break over here, so I'm opposed to any short selling on this idea. As it goes up, red candle set, blues, and then over here it does get broken, so that would be a break one, and then I had to wait for my market structure shift. So if it did this, came back up over here without breaking this and came lower, then that would be a market structure shift lower and seeking sell side. Now it's gone up, it's come down, it's set one fractal over here, so that would need to be broken now for that to be a break one into a market structure shift. And then it broke that, going higher, and then we have this one over here, and now we're busy setting a new one. So this is our current candle for our break one. XY. $320 and 371. That's important level Y. Is the order block. See what's happening in price. The dollar sign. One, two. So we have two imbalances in price right now. Right in here, and right in here. Nice. So some good price action. Very good price action, actually. Now that there, okay, beautifully broken. With that broken and that broken. What does it leave in its wake? 948, 950. There's a tiny little fair value gap in there. What's USR 100 doing? USR 100 is just some chop range happening right in here. But you can see that we're actually heading to the sell side. These get respected or not. If they don't, no, not respected. Oh, front running. Yeah, it's one of my flaws. But as soon as I see as soon as I see these volume imbalances that are created, I'm like, I know that price is about to start swinging. Because you've created 1, 2, 3 now on the sell side. There's another one. What price is that? 276 to 275. There's another one on the downside on 276 to 275 over here. That's another volume imbalance right there on the broker. It's not represented now here in TradingView as always. But this the volume imbalance on the buy side here, what price was that? It's getting exploded through. 295. Yep. Let's see how this wants to close. GBP doing. GBP's making some turtle soups. Turtle soups. You can buy that one. See how beautiful it gets. Oh, it's. I love watching this. That's been broken once now. This now is basically this is your second confirmation. As soon as this shifts over here, it's a market structure shift and it's going lower. On DXY, if you look at this price over here, we have imbalance and balance in there. Respecting it quite nicely right now. Come from a major daily level as well, and that volume imbalance on that side. I'll expect at least some kind of retracement coming back up here. What are you doing? Oh, GBP's being cheeky. Nice equal highs over here. Buy side here. Euro. Another volume imbalance that was created just F82 to F1. It's literally micro imbalance. That's your price. A2 to A1. A tiny one in there. Front running, right? This is now a market structure shift. And you look for fair value gaps. So after this candle closes, we see where price is. Closes lower. We have your fractal 1, 2, 3 confirmed. Now, here's the sell side. That's fair value gap. G. Okay, that's being set. And my trade's running beautifully. Running beautifully. I wanted to punch these lows under here because this is an IOEFD, right? I wanted to literally just go, and just something and bang right through down here. That's what I want to happen. To target sell side. And then I'm done my challenge. I'm finished. Just move my stop loss to break even, and I'm already 2R. So my entry was as soon as I saw, because I'm a fair value gap trader, right? So not fair value, volume imbalance. As soon as I saw that little volume imbalance, that was the third one in price. I put my trade over here, I set it up here, and now I'm waiting for price to go to here, which would be around a 4R. Right? Now 2R is already in, and I'm waiting. Literally. That's all I want. This is the last bit to close. If not, my stop is already at break even. So we just wait. But I want it now, because on the way, let's go on the 5 minutes. I wanted to see lower prices fast. As you can see, it literally snapped. It created what everyone loves to call your what's your move? What's the move that ICT uses? Natology. I use markets. Okay. What are we doing? What are we doing? Being cheeky. Yeah, as I said, as soon as I see that price action right there, those two volume imbalances on DXY, I want to make sure that I'm trying to hit the shorts. I mean, if that's going like this, same on the other side. So these two over here, you can see that they're held and it goes up for long. Look at this in 5 minutes. Waiting. That volume imbalance on DXY has just been respected. Just broken one. That one's been taken. Carries on going up 2. I expect it to continue going for the buy side, at least equal highs over here, at least. And those equal highs work out perfectly because as soon as it starts taking that and goes up higher, there's your new week opening gap. That's a big price. So it's nice. 7255 to 7254. 7255 to 725. Imbalance right there. That was respected. Didn't come to the fair value gap. It's come just to the tiny little volume favor. But there's also another one up here that I mentioned. Yeah. 7282 to 7280. Those 7282 7280. So the only problem, Nightology, we can't be that precise, is that it does get you in a little bit lower. So let's do this, pull this up quickly so you can see. So because I entered markets over here, it does get me in right there. So I'm slightly lower in my entry. But the idea comes in at that price exactly. GBP doing. GBP's gone higher, while DXY's now going higher. Into that fair value gap. What wants to do is I want to break this face because GBP is now shooting up. That's why we have stops in place. Yeah. GBP's just shot up over here, going for that. The euro is still resisting it down here. Look at the 5 minutes. Same thing. GBP. Daily. Yo, 5 minutes. Taking all of this. And the euro on the 5 minutes is lower. That little, see the respect of that little volume imbalance right there? Even though it literally came right to my stops. Chop. Oh, that is I don't know why everyone's talking bullish, bro. This is looking, I'm feeling shorts. Yeah, so high time frame. If you're trading 4 hours and you trade, I use the daily as my analysis on the higher time frame analysis. I don't use the daily for my trades. I use the minutes and the 5 minute for my trades. That's my whole trade idea right there. So if you did put a limit order in, that would have got you in, and you're going to here. Shouldn't front trade my trades. It does a thing to you, because when you use analysis that I work with, what tends to happen is that you get in a good trade and then you get stopped out at break even, just like it happened here, a lot, and then it goes in the direction. Even though my initial stop was over here, I could have kept it there. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what GBP is doing. GBP has done this. It's gone down, up. If it creates a lower low, this candle here is your breaker on the high on the high time frame. So let's just pull that as your possible. If it breaks down below this candle over here, you're going to get, that's going to be an entry later on. AUD. AUD is just carry on pushing now, seeking the sell side. DXY. It's come down to snap this, didn't take that low right there, and it's been pushing up. We have that's all liquidity to be taken, all of those candles right there. Yeah, no, it's okay, Brian. It happens. It's the things of trading on the 1 minutes is that you have to have your stop super aggressive all the time. But it's okay. I think we made it out with how much on the account. It was $18 I made from that. And right here, they're sitting on like 1,000. I should have just taken half of it off. I didn't. I was going to full target. What's it doing right now? Sorry, I'm not even showing you. What's it doing right now? Look at this. These equal lows right here. What is that? Engineering liquidity. If they snap it to go higher, you know that is a point for later on. That's important. US 500 doing. US 500 just seeking the moon. B. Right, those equal highs there were taken. It's snapped. It's come lower. I always think I should re-enter. And I'm like, no. Let's wait for now 10:10 to finish and show me, because right now in that time zone they showed me price wants to go lower, fair value gap, and it does want to go lower. You know what? I'm actually just going to re-enter. Then time frame here, your lows are there. Got a point. Now it's interesting because these highs over here are actually also now relatively equal. So we could see price coming up into here and then going lower. Yeah, literally, my whole objective is for it to come down to this price. For the day, my whole trade idea would be to go to literally down here, underneath these. That's where I'd want price to go, fully. I'm so close to that end dog over here. I was so close. DXY. Yeah, it's broken. I'd see some sort of retracement-ish type of things. So now we have on DXY, we have break one, and we have market structure shift. Even though it's created equal lows down here, which it might come back and later on snap. You never know. That's why stop losses are important. And we're going for up here. Target. Yeah. And here. Ultimately, that's where it'll go to. Supported that beautifully. And from 9:50 until 10:10. What are you showing me? Showing me that you have just created a big snap down on price. You have to go to your opening, which is where. Yeah. There's not much to move for ES. It's literally like this much. Down. Change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't wanna place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions in the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet. See, taking the liquidity. You have highs now though. See, that was classic divergence, SMT divergence. See GBP doing this, it's gone up in price, euro going down. So that's showing me that euro is weak today. Simple as that. Don't need an indicator to tell you. Nice, Jenny. Nice one. Doing well, doing well. I'd like to see it. Let me just, big warning, Jenny, if you're doing the US 500, it's very, very difficult because the spreads are like quite high on Fidelcrest for the indices. When it comes to currencies, it's a different story. Yeah, this is my whole trade idea. It's literally buy side here, buy side gets taken, it wants to show me that it wants to break, it breaks, fair value gap, down. But then it stopped me out. I was in over here and it literally just stopped me out here. I wanted to come to the fair value. I had my stop just above the fair value gap in price, right over here. Literally. It's just above this price over here, and then came in and bang. Now the macro is kicking in now to take price to the opposite side, which is over here. What's EUR 100 doing? Not much to go. EUR 100 is not trade for today. EUR 100 is a waiting game today. GBP, that's broken. So now you can start looking to your higher time frame. Enoch, when you're on the 1 minute, right? It's very, very interesting because especially with forex pairs, like I'll show you, there's times where it can be super choppy. So something like this, for example. Okay. So yes, let's say it broke this, I got in over here. Now price made a new low right over here. So I bring it down to break even. New low's been made over here in price, but then it takes out a high. So I have brought my stop in down to break even, and then it comes back up, takes it, goes lower. That is a safety net because there's times where you do something like that. You make a move and it does this, and then ultimately it's gone here, comes in, goes down. Yes, it's made a low, it's made another low over here. You enter, and if your stop is not in place and you're taking, say, sell side over here, for example, then what happens is that we have this chop all day, and then bang, it comes up for you, it comes up and targets you. So I'd rather be out of the trade, less emotional stress. You don't need emotional stress in your life. That's me. Dealing with money, and especially when you're trading like this time frame. So like I said, you can now look at the higher time frame and you can see where they're going with price. Like I know that I was accurate, my trade was correct. Unfortunately, they pulled it higher. So if you can see here, there's on this 5 minute candle here and here, there's a tiny little fair value gap in there. Now, the fact that they pulled it higher than that was basically because of people like me who milk the system. So they take out our stop quickly and then run down and go to full completion. So my full trade idea before would have almost been completed, because if you remember, this was my initial idea, was to come here below this liquidity on the 1 minute, as you can see right there, that liquidity. And I wanted to do it fast though, because if I'm doing it fast downwards, it came back and that's it for sure short. If you look at the LSMA thing that I told you about, you can see it reflected in price. Okay, so if you're looking at this little line over here, okay, this is, like I said, it's the only tool that I use ever, and it's because as it goes up, it does this thing, and then you get a massive snap up and a massive snap down. That's showing me. That's showing me one thing. Yeah, and that's showing me that it's not even respecting any of this indicator at all. Alright. Therefore, I believe that it's going to go down. You can see the same thing here. It goes like this, comes up, and then snaps down and snaps back up. That would make me extremely bullish. You can see, let's do it again. You'll see this, it's very rare. And it's literally, it's showing you here, this price here. Goes all the way down, comes straight back in. Then, price goes up. So for that little portion of time, I'm bullish. Go back in price, wait for, I got another one of these snaps. There, that's it. So it's come in, this wouldn't show me anything. Here, no, up, too many candles to come down. Here, look, bang, 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 one candle. And then this whole line over here, and this whole line over here, this means that this liquidity, that liquidity has been taken. And then it starts giving me bearish movement. But understanding when and where to use this is important. That's why you saw me earlier on in the stream. As soon as this play was being made, I immediately brought this indicator up because I wanted to see what they were referencing in regards to the snap. And unfortunately, it was because of me. And my super entry, God, it frustrates me. It frustrates me so much. Look at GU. That breaker is being respected. Remember, it was up here, and I told you already that this, if it broke down, this is going to be a breaker. With breakers, you can take 50% of 50% of the whole thing. All right, is right here. That's 50%. And your entry could be here with your highs over here, and you'd expect it to continue. But if price does come above the breaker, then it's not valid. It's not a valid entry. But this did the same thing. So if you see over here, it went up. No, it didn't. Just did this. US 100. We have break one. No. Higher, lower. Higher, lower, breaker. Yeah, I'm expecting this to go, yeah, it's going lower. Especially on the, if you look at the higher time frame, the 15 minutes, you've just seen all of the super chop over here, and you've seen a snap up and a snap down. Price definitely going lower. Let's look at DXY. Oh, it's following my line today. Beautiful. It's so nice. So let's move that to the side actually. Yeah, again, very, very simple thing. What did I do? I went sell side. Why was that sell side? Because that was your 930. Before 930, that was your lowest low. And then what are we waiting for? A shift instruction, break one, break two. What do we have? Volume imbalance over here, volume imbalance over here. Okay. Then we have another beautiful little volume imbalance in there. And as soon as it breaks this, your market structure shift, you have a volume imbalance right there. Balance right there. And that is showing me that DXY is respecting the sell on euro and stuff, because DXY is opposite, right? So if DXY goes up, everything on the other chart goes down. If DXY goes down, everything else goes up. Now these equal lows, I'm curious about, because I don't think any maker would leave that in price. Without taking the liquidity first. It's very interesting. So like I said, I'm a bit cautious of this one. This price over here. But ultimately, oh, you see, target done. Right? Target done. Now, as I said, I want the price to go to this one. Ultimately, the final one would be taking it down to here. But yeah, because how do I put it? How I trade now is because I missed the opportunity. Okay, or I got in, but then it went down. I got stopped out. That's okay. But because I've missed it, now prices continue to go lower. I don't re-enter on the same idea. I have to wait for the next idea. You might get another entry here. You are thinking about an entry. That's a little fair value gap. DXY. We also have a fair value gap from here to here. For it to go higher. And if not, because of these equal lows, I don't know, let's make it equal highs over here as well. This is too smooth. Way too smooth. But yeah, that's basically it. So I hope you all learned something today. That even if you're in a trade, or in whatever it is. Yeah, Brian. So I'll then look to, so now with this time frame, I'll look to trade at my next time zone. So between 9:50 and 10:10, I have an opportunity to enter. So the actual ultimate opportunity I was ready for, as you can see on DXY, I had my stop in place. That was my trade. All right, and that's reflected the same here. So it goes down, snaps in, comes down. That was my trade. Now I don't use another model to re-enter after I have my trades. Okay, so now what I look for is I look for the next time zone, which is 10:50 to 11:11. 11:10, sorry. Somewhere in this window of time will be another trade entry or setup, because the legs work. Why 9:50 to 10:10 and why 10:10 to 11:10? 10:50 to 11:10 is very, very simple. Okay, it's a very, very simple concept. So in this price over here, okay, now you have 9:50 to this candle right there. That, let me put a different color. We make it just blue. Okay, this is a blue thing. Right here. Okay, until wherever it is in time. This is a candle on the 1 hour. Okay. Now what you've done is candle before has closed. That exact there. The candle before is a red candle, okay, and it's this, and it's come back from the previous time. Open of that. Okay. This is, let's make this red. Okay. And I'm gonna just make a really, really thick 4 thing over here. There's a little wick that's formed over here. As you can see, that's a little wick in price. And we have a little wick over there in price. Tiny, tiny, tiny little one over there. Ever so small. Okay, that's what the candle on the 1 hour looks like. Now what's happened is, in these time zones, is that they set the wick. The wick gets set and then comes in, and then we have a close of some kind. Over here, this is not a very good example, but because it's so tight, it's so small. Okay, it's such a small one there. And we're waiting now for the high. So right now the candle's moving like this, right? It's come here. Now it's down over here, and this is what the wick looks like. Okay, now if I look on the 1 hour, that is the exact same thing. We're taking the highs, we've got lower, and we've been forced to close at a higher price. Then there's a little break in price there. So on the 1 hour, that's a little gap. That gap, I would say, would need to be traded back to, but it has to come down, and we have, it's above price on the 1 hour. A whole bunch of end dogs and all that kind of stuff, and then we have this over here. So you can literally, when I'm looking at the 1 minute chart, like everyone thinks, oh, it's noise. It's not noise. You can literally look at this and take the time. Okay, that's 9 o'clock. That's the 9:50 open over here, and go back 1 hour to 8. 8 is over here, and that was your 8 o'clock open. That's the open, and that's the close. This is the wick, and that's the wick down there. So that's what that looks like. We go back in price. So it's blue because it goes up. So let's just make that blue. Okay, that is the exact same thing. So if I delete that, the wicks, the same price, short little wick with price and a long wick. It's a short little wick with price and a longer wick. And what time did it start shifting around? Between 8:50 over here and 10:10. It creates the wick somewhere in that time zone to then target the next whatever thing it wants to do. And you can carry on literally doing this back and forth, back and forth. So we go 8 o'clock over here, that's the close, to 7, over here, open right there. That is from high to low, so that's a red candle. That's why in price action, we like to refer to it as, you only need to know 4 things. The open, the high, the low, and the close. So there's a tiny little wick in there. Tiny. So small. See there? 8 o'clock it went down up. And what happens in that time zone? Why I don't trade it? Because there's not much that generally happens between 7 and 8 in the morning. The times that you should be trading is, especially London, there's only a few times that you should be trading. And that is between 2:50 and 3:10. There's a shift that normally happens. You then have 4 o'clock. So this here over here. So from the 4 o'clock shift over here to the 4:10, it tells you once you go lower, but it snipes out the liquidity to come to then shoot it. Then you have 6. So you have your 6 o'clock. And that, taken back in time, you can see here, you have 250 over here to 310, shoots down. We have 350 to 410. What happens? There's a shift in price. So the candles start going the other way. And then we look at somewhere around 6 o'clock. No, it actually happens later. It happens during New York to go down. So it's very interesting. You can literally draw out the candles and stuff yourself. Most of the time, candles have wicks. Okay, I would say 99.999% of the time candles have wicks. On a very rare occasion they don't. And so you know that a candle is going to open, it's going to create a wick, it's going to create a body, and it's going to create a wick. So where's the highest probability of you taking a trade in the correct direction? When the wick is being formed. So if you see this wick here, it's being formed just after 8:10. So that's 8:15. And this is 750 over here in price. Okay. So the wick comes in beautifully to the previous candle in that time. Why do they do this? They do it for a very specific reason. Dion, my name is Gentsla, bro. And you can find me right here. Okay, they do it for a very specific reason at very specific times, because they know that not everyone thinks about the market like ICT traders do with price and time. Okay, time is the biggest thing. Time. Price is important, very important, but when you enter is important. Yeah, so it creates this. Yes, it's just after that section over there, it creates the wick. But in the next candle, you'll always find that the moves happen either at the end, so in between those two time frames, zones, let's just call them whatever, between here and 50 over here, okay, you'll have the main like chunk of the move happening on average. So let's just take this, move down here, but it's not a good time zone to be in. The good times to be in is after market opens. This is over here. So we have 10. The biggest chunk of the move is going to happen, as you can see, the biggest chunk in percentage wise, if you put your fib on there, okay, 50% here, the biggest move happens after 9:10, and then you go down. Same thing's happening right now over here. So 10:10's over here, we're having a little bit of consolidation. Equal highs are set. The biggest move, all right. So from here to here, what do we have? We're gonna need to have this price come back to offer sell side for it to go higher. But anyways, the biggest move should happen just before that 950 or just after the 10:10. So over here, as you can see, in that hour, 6:10, the biggest move happened just before the 950. Then you had in this section of time, the biggest move of this leg happened, both, those two, just after 7:10, so it happened there, and then just before 750 over here. So there's the biggest move and the biggest move. Those little other time frames are like the consolidation. Okay, and that's literally how, yeah, that's how they manipulate the market. How they trick people into thinking certain ways. That's why I say I would rather be in the move. Like right now, as you can see, it hit this over here and now it's coming back. Now it could be coming back for here, but this price over here from this candle to this candle is just about 50% yes. But on DXY, I'm seeing equal lows over here, and equal lows never like to be held. We also have equal highs over here too now. and these are relative equal lows. Not perfect equal lows, relative. Still considered as equal lows. That is why this one over here is my whole trade idea done. And I don't need to do anything and just start the rest of the day. Unfortunately, that little move there stopped me out. Damn it, it's chop. Yeah, so now I just wait. Now my next time zone, we're pulling up in between, as you can see, what candle do we have here? So let's have 10 o'clock is over here. Of course, the 10 o'clock close, that's why. I wanted to create a high there, and we're working price. They're busy working price right now. Created a wick, a little bit of a wick over there. They tapped into, if you're on a higher time frame, they've tapped into this fair value gap right here. So let me just label that quickly. Fair value gap. And remove this from my drawings. Ultimately, I'm looking for this and I'm looking for this, but I'm actually looking for something else. I'm looking for this sell side down here. That was not offered from Friday, the sell side. No? What time frame is this? No, 1 hour, please. Yeah. This on Thursday was not offered at all. So for me, it's high probability sells till this point. But right now we're just sitting in choppy consolidation range, and GBP has gone into that breaker beautifully and then traded down, but it has left these full equal highs over here. Be careful of those. Okay, its target, and this is buy side over here, that was taken, got taken, then shifted into a breaker block, and now then it's going lower, but our time frame is showing the same thing. Expecting this right now, these lows over here, but if it's creating these equal lows, wanting price go lower. After some choppy manipulation, something should happen, it should target lower, and again as well is 7, 8. You can see here at 8:30, right, this candle over here, this was never offered, right, it just went into a buy program from there, and it's gone up and up and up and up. This sell side on GBP has never been offered. This is a high potential sell side because we have the opening, the new daily opening over here, somewhere in there, okay, and on GBP it's tapped into it and gone higher, but it's never offered the rest of it, so it has to come back down to here at least to come back down. That's how I look at it. Yeah, I hope my candle explanation, that's why even though I'm looking at the one, I'm not looking at a higher time frame. I don't need to look at the higher time frame because I understand that the time of the candles are important. You see, now we're coming into 40, tap this fair value gap, and oh, that looks like a sell actually. Go look at this, what's happening. Yep, do we have any balances in price? Looking like a sell right there. low. After this, if this closes below this if we get another candle that closes below this candle over here, you know that's gonna go. What's the XY doing? That into that fair value gap beautifully. So 10.50 and 11.11. I mean 11.10. Let's just look at euro, because what I said is happening exactly. See that? I mean, it doesn't get more perfect than reading price, does it? Literally, how they present. So fractals are important. I'm sure people have said this before, but fractals are very, very important. If you don't understand what a fractal is, it's 3 candles. Literally, 3 candles. That's all it is. And what do I mean by 3 candles? So, let's go over here quickly. And we have price. Now, yeah, no stress. We have this candle over here, with its lowest low is over here. The candle next to it, the wick, the lowest low is over here. Candle next to it, the wick, its lowest low is here. So what have we done over here? We've literally created from here to here it's gone down, and from here to here it's gone up. So that, if I were to put a drawing tool, I don't use a drawing tool often, but it creates like a triangle. Alright? Now, that fractal is only valid for people, is what people don't understand about fractals, is that the fractal is only valid if the initial, this candle over here, so this one over here is broken. Once that's broken, then this fractal is considered confirmed. What happens then? Price then goes and seeks fair value gap. Beautiful, and goes up in price. From a time where it's 8.50 to 10.10, and we're looking up. So this is a fractal again. Next candle goes up. This is a fractal. Next price goes up. We look at, let's take the example over here. 3 candles. 1, 2, 3. We have the high over here of that. We have the high of that. We have the high over here. Now, this is not a fractal. Why? Because these 3, 1, 2, 3, it doesn't make a triangle. So you have to go to the next one. We have high, lower high, higher high, lower high. Why is this a very valid confirmation of a fractal? Because it's broken this candle's low. Right, yeah. The previous candle, it's broken that low. Therefore, what can you do? You can look at fair value gaps or imbalances or wherever it is in price. If you see it, trend line trading, okay, or whatever you do, if it's above there, you trade lower, okay. You could take from here to here, you go for your 1 to 1 or 1 to 2, whatever you do, and done. It has to happen at again, it has to happen at a very specific time. What time is that? Coming up to the line share of the move, and then 8.50 to 10.10, 9.10, the move shifts, goes higher. Sorry. Yeah, 9.10. And here, this is the reason why I trade this time, is because most of the time it's the moves that will set the day. No stress, Brian. You have a fantastic, fantastic day. Take care. Glad to have you with me. You can see this on a daily very easily. The fractals are beautiful on the daily. I love looking at them on the dailies. Okay, so let's go to the ultimate shift over here. We have a triangle here, blue candle, red candle, red candle. You can see that this red candle has broken this blue candle. So we are now on the daily. The S is bullish here to fill in inefficiencies, but I'm bearish on price until it's taken an objective. Now we have 1, 2, 3. It gets broken over here. I'm now bullish on price until it takes objective, which is over here. We have on the left side of the screen this price range over here. That's objective on the even higher, the weekly time frame, right? So if you are going in the general way of the trend, you'll be looking at all the bullish moves. So I have 1, 2, 3. I'm looking at the next days to be bullish. Then it has to retrace. Then I'm looking at 1, 2, 3. Because it's broken that candle, I'm looking at the next days to be bullish. And then of course it has to retrace. 1, 2, 3. I'm looking at the next days to be bullish until finally hitting target. After it hits target over there, we now need to seek sell side, which is just, yeah. This is the power of 3 concept. Okay. So we have, after a shift, again, if you like my way of doing, this is 1, okay, break 1, and then this will be market structure shift, so that's not a market structure shift. This is break 1, market structure shift, doesn't happen, doesn't happen, doesn't happen. Here, break 1, happens. Break 2, this is market structure shift. This is when you know that the market on a daily has shifted completely. Okay, it's going down. So then you're looking at the power of 3 on the decline. So we have the lower, higher, lower. I'm looking for the next candle and possible the other ones to go seek out this liquidity. Then my next target is 1, 2, 3. I'm looking for this one in price. Because this is an invalid fractal, if you're looking at it, because it didn't break this low. So here you have 1, 2, 3. It has broken this low, so therefore it is a confirmed fractal on the downside, and you can start looking for downwards price towards liquidity. Okay, my trading course is, I don't have one. Literally just watch ICT videos. Everything I learned is from him. And so again, all you're doing again is you go 1, 2, 3. What are we doing? Looking at liquidity on the left hand side. The next one is down here. That's the next liquidity. Okay. So we're waiting. Price, if it starts going bullish, you then don't need to do anything because we have break 1 over here. It sets up the leg over here, and it would have to come down and break this again for a structure shift for it to be considered bullish. It's not bullish, is it? No. Bearish. Okay. So, we have this in price, 1, 2, 3. The fractal is not confirmed because it hasn't broken this low. As soon as it breaks that low, you can then be like, okay, there's high probability that the price is going to go down. So I'm going to start looking for sell trades. And the price didn't reach liquidity yet. Over here, did it? No, because we have 1, 2, 3, and it confirms it over here. Okay, over there. You can start looking for liquidity down there. Now I'm not bullish yet because we have 1, this leg over here is my break. So this would have to break for me to trade to be bullish. Again, I'm looking for sells. Do we have a triangle down setup? No, we don't. No fractals going down until 1, 2, 3, and this low has to be broken. When that low is broken, I'm looking for sells down to liquidity. Now, of course, this is on the daily time frame, and I look at the 1 minute. and I look at where it is in the 1 minute in price. So we have closed the previous day, open of this day. Price does its thing, creates a wick, and we go up. Where are we right now? In that, does its thing, goes down, creates a wick, there's a body. Yeah. Okay. So again, on the daily, I'm not bullish until that shift happens. So here is just bearish all the time. We go up here, we create this over here is a break 1, this over here is a break 2. At that point, I would consider going long. But on the macro scale, on the weekly, it has unfinished objectives. That would be your targets is down here. It's like right now, the target on the weekly is the buy side is up here. So it could continue going up, but I am considering that it could go lower. I don't think we're in a bullish environment just yet. But again, I don't, doesn't matter what I think, it's what the charts tell you. I'm saying.
Try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me.
That liquidity was taken beautifully, stunning. But the shift auto align it. Oh. Oh. Oh, this is good. Vikram, were you the one that said that? Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. What a champ. Where are we here? Nice. I love it. Beautiful. I look at this and I think, well, liquidity here, sorry, liquidity here is more prominent on the buy side. 5 minutes. Yeah, there's more liquidity, in my opinion, on the buy side, especially because this objective over here has not been taken. Remember that high? As soon as we get that shift over here, it breaks that. We are seeking the lowest hanging fruit, which is here. This high would be the lowest hanging one over here that I would want to see price go to. Yes, it's chopping and consolidating and do its thing. I'm expecting it to go here and then to its ultimate buy side liquidity, which is there, and then higher to the daily opening. So this is relatively equal highs up here on EU. I'm concerned that they want to snap that and then go for liquidity. Or they could hold it here. But there's a chance of both. What's US 500 doing? The 50, that breakout wasn't respected one bit, but what it has done is has created relative equal highs right over here. Yep, let's come back down into the daily, into the weekly open, and it has gone away from it. We've created these equal highs, it snapped liquidity to the buy side. And again, you would have to wait. That would be break one. You'd have to wait for this one to be broken if you're selling. One, shift, didn't happen. One, shift, didn't happen. Yeah. So, Vikram, just careful. On days like today, which is Monday, the markets are unhinged. Because like, yes, my objective would be down here, but because it's a Monday, yeah, as long as you have your risk criteria and stuff in place and you safeguard yourself from loss, then you sorted. That's the reason why I trade the way I trade. This candle over here, I'm looking at the EU and I'm looking at this candle right here. Okay, that candle over there needs a 50% consequent encroachment. There's also a low to high. There's a volume imbalance just in there. Let's look at the price. 5.2 to 5.4. So I'm going to remove this. And I'm literally going to put in the volume imbalance for 1 minute. Five, 4, 5.2, right in there. This for me would be the highest place that it could trade to. I wouldn't want it to go any higher than above this consequent encroachment of the, or sorry, on this, it's the median threshold, but I wouldn't want it to go anywhere. If it breaks this and goes higher than this, there's no ways. That's actually where, if I was in a trade lower, my stop would have been. Yeah. Let's see what's happening here. It shifted, it's taken these equal lows over here, and then we have break 1, shift 2, and it's going higher. From these down candles, have break 1, shift into imbalance, which was a whole bunch of imbalances in there. These 3 candles over here, they're all one big, basically, imbalance. And it's bounced off of those to go higher. Yeah, that there, you see I rushed to go straight there to that 50% of that wick on the 5 minutes. Like, it's amazing. Like, I love watching price. It's the most fascinating thing in my life. Because it's unpredictable, yet predictable at the same time. Because you know what's going to happen, but you don't. Yeah. Time is it? 10:50 until 11:10. We're now going into what ICT deems as the lunch hour macro. What is the lunch hour macro? The lunch hour macro is basically one thing. Price is going to be targeting a high form of liquidity. So in euro over here, these equal highs up here are more juicy than there's no equal lows down here. So I would want it to push up here. DXY, because of those equal lows down there, they were left, but this left all this juice over here. Oof. Oof. And it's conflicting. And when I'm conflicted, what do? I don't trade. Because when you don't know, there's no point in just randomly entering. I know my entry model and I know my time. And right now, we're not in the time that I normally trade, and the entry model is not happening. Although look at the euro bouncing from that consequent encroachment right there. I mean, that's beautiful. On the 1 minute, look at that. Oh, look how those candles are respected. Like, it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. Yes, I trade daily. If you've learned anything today, or found it entertaining in any way, then don't forget to like the video. And yeah, Trading Nuts, he's just a real solid person. What a nice guy. 100, yeah, it's just continued to see. It didn't break, you see here? It broke 1 over here, and it set this for a market to shift. That shift didn't happen, and it's going higher. So you're out of any sell ideas right now on the indices. I'm sure NAS is the same. Yeah, you're not any sell idea right now. You're possibly waiting on NAS. Taken over here. That was a beautiful shift lower. 1, break 2, going higher, yeah. Yeah, and I'll be done for the day because I've got my little trade in, and because it didn't work, I have to wait. So I have to just wait, and it's going to be very boring for you guys. And I don't want to expose you to that. I'm sorry. At least I got you with the fractals. Again, fractals, really cool, really interesting idea. As you can see, right now we've created another fractal going downwards on euro. So let me look at that. Love it. Even though it's minuscule, right? We have this low, alright, we have this high and this low. That low violates this low right there. That fractal is a downward facing fractal. Whereas that's not a confirmed fractal. Neither is no confirmed down fractal. This is a confirmed down fractal now. But because the trend's going up on the 1 minute, I wouldn't consider it. It's a very interesting thing to just like look at price and see, like, if you are, say for example, there's this objective over here. This objective, okay? Each of these over here is buy side that has been taken. As soon as we have our this here, our break, market structure shift, I'll then be bullish. So I'll be looking for fractals on the buy side. So it broke over there. I'm not looking for buys over here. I'm looking for buys down below. And we have here. That candle right there breaks that over there. That is a confirmed fractal. So you can start looking for buys. As soon as the retracement happens, we have 1, 2, 3. As soon as that candle gets broken, you can start looking for buys. As soon as 1, 2, 3. As soon as that happens, you can start looking for buys. 1, 2, 3. As soon as that happens, it breaks that candle, you can start looking for buys. It's just, it's amazing. But it requires a lot of patience. I still think it looks indecisive, in my opinion. Yes, they've reworked this fair value gap over here that was set on the 1 minute. Okay, and we got right into this price Okay, they've reworked it into there, and that's also the consequent encroachment. Yeah. Right there. That consequent encroachment of that wick on the 5 minutes. If we're looking at the 15 minutes, it still looks bullish because there's unfinished. This end dog over here, I think, is pretty relevant, and because we haven't touched it yet, I feel like this move right here is more of a fake out, especially with DXY doing what it's doing right now. There's set up equal, it's left equal lows, euros left equal highs at the top over here. I feel like it still needs to push higher, but it could go lower from here. But that's the thing with trading. But that didn't happen in my time frame. Whereas on the 1 minute, right over here, in my time frame, my trade happened and it worked. Unfortunately, it stopped me out. Yeah, happens. Life. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. I do expect at least this gap over here today or tomorrow. I'm expecting at least 1.06857 or anywhere in between here from 1.06642 to up here 1.06857. On GBP it's the same thing. I'm looking for sells to the same price. So there. Okay, you can see what happened here. This gap over here, there's a 4 minute, this is a 1 minute chart, right? You see here 16:59, the next candle is 17:05. There's a 6 minute gap time between this candle and this candle. So this candle's close over here to 6 o'clock open over here. That's would be your weekly gap or GBP. Now I want to see price somewhere today or tomorrow come within this section of price. So it needs to go up, take some kind of buy side, and then come and seek this price. Or it could just go straight down today and seek this price. You never know on a Monday. They do weird things on Mondays. US 500 is exactly the same thing. It's already come and claimed its price today, but not the full side of it. So the full range is not cleared. It's just cleared the top. So clear the top with this little spike over here between 950 and 1010. It went down to the top of that range, and now it's going higher. And we might be seeing the lunch macro seek lower prices on this. Now, US 500, where are we? It's taken buy side in the 15 minutes. Consequent encroachment, which has just been taken as well. Have consolidated price action, and we have a breaker right in there. Right there, that's a breaker. Come along. Seeking more sells. These equal lows. Oh. Not completed yet. There. Still got unfinished business down here on the US 500. Still got unfinished business. Yeah, I'm still bearish, even though it's going up. Anyways, this was before, but the person was talking about trend lines. I don't use trend lines like this. I use trend lines like this to be like, okay, where can I take a trade from up here to target all of this liquidity? Every single thing on this trend line over here for me is liquidity. That's liquidity, that's liquidity, that's liquidity, that's liquidity. That's what I want to see. I want to see those get snapped. So I'll be looking for an entry up here to go down instead of waiting for it to go down and then come back and then up. But yeah, like I said, I'm done for the day. Thank you so much for joining in. If Appreciate it. And I'll catch you either tomorrow or no, I'm catching you on Wednesday after Rodrigo and Diego. They're the next ones that are trading. Like sell sides in play here. That's right from that fractal that I told you about. Now sell sides coming. Okay. Have a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you on another one. Cheers.